There we go. Okay. Now, how I typically do this is I'm going to go down the list that it presents as it says on Discord. So Banana will go first, etc., etc. I want everybody to introduce themselves. You can use your real name or your internet moniker. That's fine. That's entirely up to you. We all have different privacy thresholds. So go ahead, Banana.
I'm Brian, or Banana, whatever you want to call me. Basically, I've played a lot of Destiny 2 recently, a little bit of Solaris, some R6. I speak Spanish and English, of course.
Now,
And,
we'll get to the language topic in a minute. I mostly just want basic introduction so people can match names with voices. That's what that's what the main idea behind
that's
that
it
is.
for me then, I guess.
Alright. Go ahead, Jenny.
I am on Discord Gender, else I'm MGG Jensen, everywhere else. So yeah, Morten Jensen is my real name.
Alright, Jensen. Yeah, that's cool. Lowkey.
It's Lowkey Q. I'm one of the 5 people that still play No Man's Sky.
I also play it.
Alright, Ryan.
Hey, what's up? I am the Lemon from the Caribbean. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, I'm Ryan. I'm Lieutenant Lemons, as you can see about the flag. I am
Podcast viewers are not going to be seeing that.
Yeah. I am one of the very few people who played the Fortnite story mode.
That's the thing? Oh wait, yeah, I forgot it.
The
Yeah,
Save the World mode.
I
Come on.
paid
Yeah,
for that,
no,
and then they wouldn't refund it because I didn't want to play it.
Well,
Jenny bought
it
it
was
for
your
me
fault for
and then
buying
never
it.
played it.
Yeah, my fault.
I also
It's
play.
actually a lot
Anyway,
more fun
We're
thing.
already getting tangential. Let Toad introduce themselves.
Yeah, so I go by the Toad Sage. I come from Sweden.
Yeah, I was wondering why you sounded like Jenny. Alright, and as usual,
Wait.
I am Zydrate. Alright, so our first topic is not going to be gaming related, as we kind of like to veer off. The Watchtower Discord was having a very interesting discussion maybe 2 or 3 days ago that I thought, oh, that'd be great for a podcast topic. I was actually a little bit surprised on how many languages we had between many of us. Evidently, Timberwolves, Jeff, I think is his real name. I don't know him personally. He took a couple years of French or something. And I was actually kind of surprised by that. And Banana went mute. I hope that's not permanent.
No, it's not.
Okay. Because you're the first guy on the list, so you're pretty much the first one answering every question that I have here. Or every topic that starts, you're pretty much it. So do you speak any extra languages?
A little bit of Spanish. Took 3 years of Spanish in high school, but it's pretty rusty now. I can still do basic conversations and stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
Alright.
That Spanish.
You do more than me then, because if y'all are okay, I'll go with mine real quick to give y'all an idea. Like, when I was really young, when I was watching movies and I would see all kinds of subtitles attached to various foreign films, not just foreign films, but films with characters from other countries, and I always had a little bit of a suspicion when I always suspected in my sort of anxiety and paranoia that they weren't actually saying what the subtitles were saying. And then when I got to high school, I took 2 years worth of German. I don't know a lot of German now. I could probably pronounce it fairly well. I know how the umlauts work and stuff, but their gendered nouns fucked me up. I don't know anything about that. And I couldn't converse in it, and I couldn't really survive if I went on vacation to Germany or anything. I would need a translator. But it's really interesting. I know enough where when I'm watching films like Quentin Tarantino, his Inglourious Bastards, had a ton of German in it, and a lot of other movies like that, I found out that I can recognize that they are, in fact, actually saying what their subtitles are saying, and I was actually kind of impressed. So that's cool. That's just the kind of thing I was talking. All right, Jenny, you're pretty much the next person. Other than English and obviously your home Danish, is there anything else you kind of picked up on?
I am trying to learn Japanese just so I could, already why. But I'm pretty much a person who can almost watch a show, and if I had a little bit of understanding. I can pretty much understand it. I can't say it, but I can understand language really fast or learn it. So, but I can German a little bit, and that's pretty much it.
So you got an interest in Japanese, and you're looking into Japanese, but you actually do speak a little bit of German.
That little bit, like I can't do anything almost.
Okay, I do have a question. German and English are considered sister languages. Are German and Danish, are those related in any capacity, or are they very different?
We may have some words that may consider, like we have a thing that is speak somewhere in some English or German parts in Danish, but they are not as close as Swedish or the.
Okay, yeah. I know Swedish is pretty similar.
So.
All right, that all you got?
Yeah, I don't have much.
All right, Lowkey.
I took 3 years. I just graduated, and I just took 3 years of Spanish, and yeah, I'm not good.
That's it.
The first year it was like I don't know, it was fun, and I knew what I was doing, and then the third year I just cheated.
You cheated on your stuff, or
Dude, how the hell else am I supposed to pass?
do your fucking work and not cheat, not be a dickbag? Maybe? I don't know.
You're talking about people on the internet here.
Yeah,
There's
I
both
guess.
sides.
I forget how young Lowkey is. He's probably one of the younger ones here.
No, the fucking shit. Yeah.
That's not an insult. That's just an observation.
Wait, how old was Jenny? I thought Jenny was like 17.
Oh,
I am 19.
Oh, huh.
so he's not far off.
I'm 18.
I'm 18. But yeah, I wanted to get exempt, so I cheated and I made a 95, and apparently I can conjugate in Spanish.
Conjugate?
Yeah, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't, so I cheated.
Okay.
But
So you can't really speak Spanish then?
I can, because mostly not because of the class, but because I watch Narcos and I had the class at the same time, so like, I kind of understood a lot of the things they were saying without subtitles.
Oh, nice.
I just can't speak it because I can barely speak English without stuttering, so you know.
I think that's for a lot of people.
Yeah, Spanish is probably the most practical for us in the U.S. to learn. But I have so much more interest in the other more, I don't want to say exotic, because that has some vague racist undertones to call other languages exotic. But I really want to learn Japanese as well, but I also want to learn like Danish and crap like that, because I was talking about Norse mythology in general chat those couple days ago, and that's the closest I can get to it. But yeah,
I don't want to Norse mythology, just go in the new God of War game.
nah, screw that. Ryan, your turn.
I'm surprised that no one else has said this, but I don't know any other language except for a little bit of ancient Latin.
Ancient Latin.
I took 4 years of Latin back in high school,
Interesting.
and I don't remember anything from it. I can remember. The only thing I remember, it's a little weird, and I don't think I should say it over the podcast. I'll tell you guys later.
Okay.
But it's more like I know the culture of ancient more than the language.
Oh, cool. 4 years though, shit.
Yeah,
Hey, it was an easy ass class with every single book and term and vocabulary within the chapter. And plus the teacher knew so I could slide by for a few things.
all right. My brother took 4 years of Russian, and he's like me. He can't. I don't think he can converse in it anymore. And I don't know what his survivability if he went to Russia, or I don't know how much he could actually do on his own. But like me, he can pronounce stuff pretty well. So is it something like that? Like you've kind of held on to certain like core aspects of Latin, or do you just did you just say fuck it all and you don't know anything?
No, you're like, here's very basic. Boy in Latin is puer, and girl in Latin is puella.
All right. Anyway, Toad, what do you got?
So since I'm Swedish, I speak Swedish. I took some Spanish courses through upper secondary, I think, and then I took some Japanese in high school. But that's what I've learned in school. But of course, I know few phrases from multiple languages. I know some phrases in French. I'm forgetting English now.
I got a quick question for you. Are you living in Sweden or are you in the U.S.?
I live in Sweden.
Okay.
It's kind of interesting, Swedish, because Swedish has a lot of words taken from English and from German. So when they built Swedish, they borrowed a lot of words from English and German. So learning English haven't really been hard at all.
Fair enough.
And we start at a very young age here in Sweden to learning English. So I consider myself bilingual for that reason.
Yeah. I was actually going to tap into that. Other countries just seem so much more vigilant on forcing multiple language on younger ages, because my 2 years of German was actually elective. Like, I just volunteered for it because I was interested in learning a language, and then I didn't learn the language because our system sucks. But the problem in American schools is learning other languages is not required, and I think that's a it
was for my school. You did learn language, and I think a lot of other schools is the same way, at least in Colorado.
Yeah, in chem school you had to take at least 3 years of one language or 2 years of 2 languages.
Yeah, exactly.
Mine might have had that, but it wasn't. I remember when I transferred between high schools, I told them, like, I never got to learn another language, and and the counselor that was arranging my schedule and stuff, he said I didn't. I was interested in language. He's like, you want to learn German? You can learn German. But the way he worded it, it was not at all required. And I think that's a bit flawed. And even talking to the 6 of you, or 5 of you, I'm an idiot. I can count. Between us U.S.-born people, like, none of you can actually converse in the other languages, as far as I'm hearing. And that's.
I can converse. I can, just don't start. I can't do it like fluently, like how in Spanish, since we don't speak it natively, it sounds really fast.
Yeah.
So like listening to Spanish, and I'm like, okay, I got like 5 words out of that.
Yeah.
I got what you're saying. But you're gonna have to bear with me.
I can ask where the bathroom is and like how to find the library and shit.
Yeah.
Basic stuff like that.
Stock phrases.
Yeah, no, I know like how to do like basic conversation and stuff, but I can't write out fucking Homer Symphony, whatever. Wait, what's it called? Homer's Odyssey or whatever.
Yeah, Homer Simpson, same guy, really.
No, not wrong Homer. Like like the Homer of
Yeah, the poet. I get you.
You're talking about never mind. I can't even speak now.
Never mind. Let's just move on.
Yeah. Let's.
I do have one thing to say though.
Sure,
there
go for
is
it.
one training tool that is training you how to speak Japanese.
Huh?
Anime. Just listen to the subtitles.
No,
Anime is wrong. You can't.
That's true. Yeah. Yeah, I know, but still, there are some phrases I've learned from that.
Alright, one thing I want to tap into real quick. I want to ask how many of you guys actually play Destiny 2?
Yeah, I do. I've been playing a lot recently.
I used to.
So, Banana, Ryan, Toad, do you?
I haven't.
Oh, you haven't? Okay. I don't want to tap into that conversation too deeply because I don't want to leave anybody out. So, we won't talk about the nukes.
I for Destiny, by the
I'm
way.
ready to roast Destiny.
Well, what was that, Lowkey?
I'm ready to roast the shit out of Destiny.
Fuck you. That's a good game. It has some issues, but it's not a bad game.
I enjoy it until the milestones run out. Then I'm like, well, there's nothing to do. Like,
raiding is what you do. You gotta
quick question: does everyone remember the tower from Destiny 1 and that little plaque that used to be like at the very center back of the tower?
See, I never played the first one.
Whoever did play Destiny 1, remember when you spawned in, there was that little, I don't know what it's called, stuff on the ground.
Dude, how many years ago was that? Shit, I don't remember.
Well, Destiny 1 wasn't that long ago.
Like what, 5 fucking years?
No, Destiny 2 hasn't been out for that long.
Destiny 1.
You're talking about Destiny 1.
I know, but still,
It's 2014, so it is 4 years. He went far off.
there was a plaque on the ground that was in ancient Latin, and it said the Hall of the Guardians in Latin.
Okay, and you were able to translate that?
Yeah.
Good job.
Back when I was still able to speak Latin.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But I don't want to talk too much about that because I don't want to leave people out. So we'll move on a little bit. The next topic is general life. I wanted to see, just see how y'all were doing. If there's anything new going on in your life, if you want to rant, if you have a story about your job you want to rant about, anything like that.
Oh, I got one.
All right, Ryan, you hold on, man. You're number 4 on the list. You settle down, man. Banana, do you got anything for us?
Not really, no. I'll pass, I guess.
Oh no, I want you to
I need time to think.
I want everybody to, contribute, man.
I don't have anything to say.
Not
Like,
just
I don't know.
it doesn't have to be job related. That was just one example. Just something going on in your life. How
I
old
got
are you,
nothing.
Banana?
18.
You're 18. Shit, yeah. Young people got nothing going on.
Wow.
You're only like 19.
We don't
aren't you,
have
Brian?
an all-day job that we have to go to. We don't have families to go home to. Yeah, we have nothing going on.
That's what I mean. That's
Wait,
something.
How old are you, Zai?
I am 29.
What?
Oh, okay.
That's true.
Yeah, you know that.
Wow.
No.
And here I thought I would be oldest.
They already knew that.
I see the guy nearly every day, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Right. Ryan is my coworker.
You forgot that we're coworkers.
So, where do you guys work?
We
We
work.
work at a grocery store.
Yep. There you go. We don't want to name it in case we start talking shit, and that there's something called a social media policy in retail jobs where if you talk shit about them on social media, you can get fired because they don't want that besmirching their image or whatever.
Understandable.
Yeah. But yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. So
there's a lot.
Bananas wants to be boring. Jenny, you got anything?
I am about to leave here in 2 months to go to school again, so I can become an IT supporter. Or
Where's here for you? I don't actually know where you live.
I live in Denmark. I'm gonna go from the South Denmark region to the Mid Denmark region.
Okay.
Go to a town there and live there. It's the school.
Alright, fair enough.
And
Is
I
it-
can't wait.
So is it like a trade school? Is it a college or what?
It's like a kind of college-ish. I don't know exactly.
It's like a live-in college.
I need to live there. I can get money to live there as well, so I can pay for living there. As well as I need to go 3 years there.
A lot of traditional colleges are live-in, but there's also we have
is.
yeah. We have things called trade schools here. They're sort of like mid. I don't know. Fuck me. What's the word?
Undergraduate.
No. The midpoint between college and having an actual job, like trade schools. Like they'll actually.
Yeah, like you learn to become an electrician, a plumber.
You can can get an apprenticeship. I cannot talk. Fuck me. Somebody else talk for a minute. Lowkey, talk about your life so I can think.
Shit. Well, I'm going to college soon. In August, I'll be going to Louisiana Tech actually. So I'm kind of hyped for that.
Cool. You got financial aid, or is people paying for it, or?
Yeah, financially out the ass.
Yeah. I had financial aid for mine, and I still have a $12,000 debt that I can't pay. So I actually flunked out of college. It didn't work out for me. So just be careful.
Yeah,
Just
I got like $9,000 a semester just off of tops. So
Ugh.
that's just that one scholarship just for making a certain.
Wait,
score
hold on.
ACT.
Quick question. Where do you live in Louisiana? Because I may know of a better college for you.
I mean, that ship is
live-
probably
That's
sailed.
a cheaper college. How about that?
Cheaper. I mean, I have had my eyes set on tech. I have a lot of other scholarships. I'm just like I
Ah.
don't want to name all of them, but it's a lot. It's the most I've been offered besides like Southeastern, which I don't want to go Southeastern.
Okay, never mind then.
What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say St. Leo University.
I love
they're down in Florida.
I saw that. But yeah, I'm trying to stay in state because TOPS only applies on in-state.
Oh yeah.
What's your major? What are you looking into?
Software engineering.
Software engineering. Nice.
Mm.
I probably should have went something like that. I went straight for game programming. flunked out of that, and I said, you know what? I'll try criminal justice. That's interesting a topic to me. Still is. I know it's a weird hop, isn't it? But then by the time I switched to criminal justice, I had already lost all my morale. I just kind of gave up, and after a month of that, I just flunked right out. So, fuck me, I'm dumb. I'm not. I've got a lot of common sense, more than I feel like a lot
College
of people
isn't for
have.
everyone.
No, I was gonna say that too. It's not for everyone. I was just wanted to warn Lowkey about that. He's probably smarter than I am. That's fine. I just try to tell people that like you said, it's not for everyone, and just be careful with it, because they'll just chew you up and spit you out and leave you worse than you left off with. Like going straight into it right out of high school is just not a great place to be sometimes.
I feel that.
Didn't work out for me, but anyway, Ryan, I know I know what's going on in part of your life, but you can talk if you want.
Oh no, yeah. For me, with I'm currently in St. Leo, even though I live nowhere near Florida. They schedule their college a little differently. Instead of 16-week semesters, they do 8-week semesters, and they don't have a break in between them. So you're done with one 8-week, you start the next one, and the only break they have is a 1 month break for Christmas. So right now I'm getting ready to start. I'm in the middle of my summer 1 semester, summer 2, then fall 1, fall 2. But that's not the story I want to talk about. It happened like maybe 6 months ago. Eric, I just got on my shift. I went over to the Wendy's across the street.
Yep.
I'm ordering my food. Then this fat as this big as can be black woman comes over to me, and I don't know what sparked the conversation. My name's like, "Hi, how are you?" Let's say her name's Amanda or something.
Okay.
Just random name. She comes over to me, says, "Hi, hello, how are you? My name's Amanda." I say, "I'm Ryan." I look over, I order. Then she comes to say, I get my food, I sit over the table. When I get my food, I'm walking over to get a soda. She says, "Hey, we're doing a Bible, what's it called? A Bible get together or some kind of worship at our house this Saturday. You want to come with us?" It's like,
And
she's
that's
by herself,
old. That's
and she-
old school.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I'm not all too religious. Neither am I. You just invited me to a Bible service.
Yeah.
That's strike one. Strike two is she tries to compare me to someone. Guess who she tries to compare me to?
Jesus.
No, she tries to compare me to Ryan Reynolds just because my name is Ryan.
Okay.
The guy who plays Deadpool.
I'm gonna go.
No.
All right.
I can't handle this.
No.
No,
I'm
here
just
comes
kidding, I'm kidding.
here comes strike three.
Oh
She-
God.
You know, when this is after I say I'm not religious. Guess what she tries to say?
Mm.
She says, yeah, religion isn't all that good. She tries to compare it to and BDSM.
Oh, wait.
At this point,
Wait, back up.
Whoa.
You kind of cut out there.
You actually did cut out. I just heard it. She tried to compare it to silence, BDSM.
Sorry. She tries to compare bondage and BDSM. At this point, I get up, grab my burger, grab my fries. When she goes over to grab her food, and I bolt out of the door trying to get to my car as fast as possible before she can follow me. I was not dealing with this
I think
woman.
Christianity uses the word bondage a few times in terms of like being bound to a certain ideology and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think
she was probably trying to do that and then fucked it up.
Yeah, I don't think she was trying to invite me to a Bible service.
Ha ha ha! Sex dungeon.
But Eric, she was probably like three times as big as I am.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So, Toad, to top that.
I don't think I can top it, but I do have something.
Just general life stuff. It didn't about school, work. What do you got? What do you got?
So me and a study companion, we are writing this big ass assignment about math. So
Sounds like a research paper.
Yes, so we have to research some stuff and write it down and stuff like that. But our mentor, he about 5 days ago sent us a email where he said, maybe you guys should split up, like make 2 separate research papers instead of having this one that you have been working on for half a year.
The fuck?
So that's what he sent us like 5 days ago, and we want to be done with this at least within the next month. I mean, it feels strange to me how this late it can come up. Oh, maybe you should split up your assignment.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's strange.
I have
sounds
nothing to
weird.
compare to, so I don't have much to add to it.
Yeah, like I don't know. Did you ask him why he wanted you guys to split up?
I mean, yeah, we did. We had a meeting with him today, so we got the chance to ask him. It kind of makes sense, but
At the same time,
I
you
would
already
have
done so much work.
I would have wanted the information earlier.
Yeah, that's at the same time you've already done so much.
I mean, we won't really need to do a lot more work than we can still take our separate parts because we did a lot of separate work in it because it was required. So it's not that hard to split it up. It's just it's a bit of a shock to get this late. Like, oh, maybe you should split up your work. And I also wanted to mention, because you guys were speaking of how much it costs to go to college and all that.
Yeah.
Actually, here in Sweden, we kind of get money to go to college.
All right, where's my plane? All right, hey.
Yeah,
can I get a
plane ticket.
to Sweden real quick.
We actually don't. We have to buy the literature for the school and all that.
Yeah, so do we.
But we get. I don't know the exchange rate in my head, but we get like 3,000 Swedish crowns.
Hang on, I'll look at my exchange rate real quick.
That makes me wonder. For ECPI, the college that I tried and failed at, it was going to be like $10,000 per semester. What do they need that money for?
I mean,
What do they get money for? They need to pay staff. They need to pay for.
Yeah, it's
Pay electricity. They need to pay professors. They need to pay, just the list goes on and on.
Yeah.
Of course they.
Hey, what's the currency?
Okay, so I looked it up. So
He's Googling.
we get about 343 American dollars a month.
300? What?
Yeah. So that's what we get each month, and on top of that, we could also take a loan, which has basically no rent. It's almost rent-free. It has rent, but it's almost rent-free.
Wow.
So we could at a total get like 90,000 a year. No, wait, 90,000 Swedish crowns a year. So what's that?
Wow.
So it's like 10,000 American dollars a year, but most of that we would have to pay back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said that wrong. It was 10,000 a year, not 10,000 a semester.
I just say 10,000 a semester.
Yeah. I was incorrect there. It popped in my head.
At St. Leo, each semester $550 just for the classes, not including the books. So about $1,000 per 16 weeks.
I think my loan thing included all the books and stuff, but it begs the question: what are other countries doing where they don't need thousands of dollars from us, from people personally, and they still keep running?
There's a lot more taxes than other countries.
Yeah.
Where,
Higher tax rate.
Yeah.
Sweden has one of the highest tax rates, but then again, we get paid to go to school. We don't pay a dime for school, and
better healthcare.
As long as we're under the age of 18, we don't pay anything for dental care. You can eat braces or anything. You don't pay a dime for it.
I understand that. If you do a higher tax rate, then you would be able to offer more stuff. But since America has such a low tax rate, they can't offer too much.
But I mean, that really only benefits those who need it. If you don't need dental care, if you don't need healthcare, you still have to pay for it.
Yeah.
So
Taxes.
It still sounds like a
don't
better
know
system
that.
in all.
I feel like everybody needs healthcare, right? Though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually,
Yeah. Look at
but
Canada.
But when you're a minor, you don't really need healthcare that much.
I guess
But-
not.
You don't know that. Like you don't know what could happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know, but most the statistics are that you won't need it.
True.
Yeah.
I feel that. Okay.
European countries are great, man.
Yeah, I can see that.
So is,
There's a lot wrong with them too, but
Yeah, I guess.
we'll try not to delve into politics too much.
Yeah.
That's fine.
There's a lot I could say about that, but we're not gonna. Is everybody done with the life story and stuff? I just forgot that I'm on the list too. Shit.
Oh, yeah, you're the host.
Yeah.
You had the most time to think. What the fuck?
True. I didn't really. Well, as the host, I've been kind of interjecting with my own, so I'm gonna call that a balance out.
Oh, you ass. All right.
Host privileges.
Host privileges, yeah. As far as my life goes, I'm kind of enjoying my job, at least in comparison to Kmart. After I quit, actually, I do have a story. All right, Ryan, I do have a story. And this is kind of a fuck you to Subway story. After I had quit Kmart, for personal reasons, there's not much about Kmart of the job I hated. I didn't hate that job, but in comparison to where I'm working now, it was a lot worse off. They were understaffed, they were underfunded. It was kind of a mess in comparison to what I'm doing now. But I quit for some personal reasons. My mother just got on dialysis at the time, and she was having a hard time with that. I was having a hard time adjusting to some of those lifestyle changes that involved. But that wasn't the primary reason. The primary reason was pain. I was hurting a lot on that job. I was a cashier, so I was standing up for 4 to 6 hours every day in one spot, and it just hurt. And my new job, I move around a lot more, and I enjoy that a lot more. But after Kmart, I started looking for other jobs, and I finally landed the Subway, which is, so for some of you who don't know, is a franchised chain. They basically
we
let
have them in Sweden too.
yeah, they let local people like buy out, and then they'll own that Subway. Like they'll still have to answer to corporate people every now and then, but for the most part, as long as the numbers are good, the people who own the store can kind of do whatever the hell they want. For the most part. I don't know. I wasn't there long enough. I was there for literally a week, and I'll explain why that happened. And I didn't really see anybody on a corporate level swoop in and be like, "Hey, what's going on? Everything all right in here? Do you need anything?" No, it was owned by two. I don't want to see. Asia has so many different countries and dialects. I'm not gonna sit here and claim to know which one they were. But their accents were extremely heavy. I barely understood what either of them ever said. But they weren't really too much of the problem. I don't. Well, part of it was them, but we'll get into that in a second.
Hey, quick question. I was gone.
Sure.
What are we on?
I am talking about my own life story. I'm talking about after I left Kmart. I'm talking about when I joined Subway and quit after a week. So the first red flag is I come in and there's a sweet little I want to say like I think she was like Puerto Rican or something. She was nice. She was nice enough, and I sit down. I had already had my interviews. I was wearing the uniform, but I hadn't signed any paperwork. There was no what are they called? W-4s, I think.
Yeah, that's what they're called.
Yeah. I didn't sign any W-4s yet, and there was nothing to signify that I was actually employed yet. There was no paper trail, and the older woman that was like, "Hey, you want to start learning how to work?" I'm like, "Well, do I clock in and or anything like that?" She was a little confused, and I'm like, "All right, I need to sign some paperwork so the government and the universe knows I'm actually working." And she's like, "There's no paperwork." So that's first red flag. I walked home. I left home. It's like, all right, never mind. This job is a little shady. I thought I was
Wait,
getting
which
paid.
subway are you at?
Don't worry about it. I'll tell you later in real life. I'm not gonna identify it.
Oh,
The
yeah,
location. I don't want to get.
No, that's fine.
I don't want to get a lawsuit or anything.
Yeah, they might send a mob after you. Some shit.
Yeah.
The subway mafia.
You know what? Let me go ahead and do a quick divergent. I still go to Subway. I like Subway. It was this specific Subway that fucked me over a little bit. And once I'm done with the story, I will mention that it's going to sound a little bit petty, but in comparison to like actual real corporate hierarchy, like solid policies and stuff, this was just super shady and really just garbage. Anyway, where was I? I was talking about my first day. Oh yeah, I walked home and I get called by the owner. He's like, "Where are you? Where'd you go? Why'd you go?" And I'm like, I'm home, man. There was no paperwork or anything. He's like, then, and he told me not to listen to the girl that was behind the counter. And I walked back without incident. They didn't seem to care. And he tried telling me that the W-4 was just a formality. And he pulls one out, and I start signing paper. I'm like, all right, good. But he's like, it's just a formality. It's just a formality. I'm like, no, that's my taxes. Like, fuck you, it's a formality. Like, I obviously did not say that because I was still working for a week. But that was what's going on in my head. Like, that's my money. Like, that's the government. This is not a formality. This is necessary so the government knows I'm working. So, a week goes by. 5 or 6 days go by. I'm getting trained. Everything's fine. The people there are fine. I'm okay with it. The job itself is fine. The people the customers were very patient with me. The fact that I was new, and I actually was pretty good at it. I made sandwiches very nicely. The job itself, fine. If you want to work at Subway, that's fine. They are fine. Then the last week, my worst fear came to fruition. They made me close. So they closed at is it 10 or midnight?
It's 10.
Yeah, okay. It was 10. Okay, they closed at 10. They had me closing with somebody. Not only was she like 16 or something, she had been working there for only like a month or two. That was one of my worst fears. I'm like, I don't want to be stuck here with somebody who knows barely more than I do. And that is exactly what happened. So at the very end, we start closing down around 9:30 and stuff, but then some shit, it starts going downhill from here. And this is going to be kind of a long story.
I think you can already tell.
Yeah, I apologize. This is dominating this is going to dominate like 20 minutes.
Okay.
You're making up for what we didn't have.
Yeah, host privileges, right? So the red flag starts. It's already 9:45, right? And she just starts telling me to start cleaning stuff up. Like, we're starting to close down. We didn't really have any customers. I think somebody came in to ask for something, and we're like, sorry, that meat's gone now. Like, we're not going to whip it out just for you. Obviously, we were a little nicer about it.
Just say, hey, we're out.
Yeah, we're like, we were like, all right, there's nothing we can do right now. She's like, all right, whatever. And we start cleaning up, and it's like 9:50, and almost nothing is really done. And that's when my brain's going, oh no. And my family was parked outside the car, and my mother has actually worked for Subway in a different city. I think in I don't want to name cities. She was in a different city, like more than a couple decades ago. She loved her bosses. They were also some Asian, and they were really nice. They were very accommodating, very lovely people, and she loved that job. She was there for a few years. But she was parked outside saying, oh yeah, he's got to close up and stuff. She told me that later. So I clean up, I put all the food and stuff away into the refrigerator and stuff, and it's already like 10 o'clock, and I had worked a retail job. 10 o'clock, you're clocking out, you're gone. That's what I was used to. But no, I'm cleaning up now. I'm mostly done with my duties, and she starts mopping and stuff. And I'm just sitting there. Is there anything else I can do? Is there anything else I can do? And what she does when she was mopping, she would take 2 swipes, then check her phone and make a text. Two more swipes, check her phone, quick text. We were talking the whole time, and she was a very nice girl. Again, I don't have a problem with the girl I closed with specifically. She was real nice, very troubled life, but she was sort of a Pollyanna, if you want to look that up on TV Tropes. Just somebody who's just super chipper, you know. They're just, life ain't gonna get them down. And they were really nice. I really liked, they were good company. I was just a little pissed. I was increasingly more pissed off on what her nonsense that she was doing. She was making 2 swipes with the mop and then texting. All the while, I was starting to get, I was fuming. I'm like, is there anything I can do? She's like, no, not really. And she's not noticing. We're just talking. And then after she was done with that, there was still more shit to do. I'm like, that's what I was trying to get. At the very end, what she had me do, I think it was
everything else.
No. She didn't know how to count the till for the money in the drawer. And they do it really weird. They did it like the opposite of what Kmart did. What Kmart did is they would count the money. You'd write down how much was in the till. You'd put it all in a bag and you'd leave. You would drop it in a very secure lockbox type thing, and then you're good. The money people do something with that. What Subway did, at least again, this specific franchise Subway, you'd count it down to 100 and you would leave 100 in the till. Again, I don't want Subways to become a robbery target. This was this specific Subway. All right, I want to get that point across. I don't know how every other franchise the owner does it. They may do it differently. Again, franchise owners kind of have their own policies and stuff. But it was really weird, and I'm tired. It's 10:30. It's 10:45. Every 5 minutes pass. My brain is tired. I'm sleepy. They want me back in here at 7 or 8 a.m. in the next morning. I can barely think about how to count this crap because it's so counterintuitive. I'm getting angry and angrier. I had to recount it like 8 times. We didn't get out of that store until 11:30, people.
Ugh.
It was 11:30 in the night. The girl gets an Uber. She leaves. My mom was there picking me up. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm quitting in the morning. This all may sound petty, but again, I want to give the context that I had a retail job before this.
Well, it sounds like your coworker wasn't doing.
Why not just call her out on her bullshit? It's like you selling your phone.
No, you know what I would have done? I would have pulled up my phone, held it up, just start playing the Jeopardy theme as loud as I could, just to get her to go faster.
All right, first of all, I'm not a cunt for the most part.
Well, I am.
Just in general, I'm not a complete asshole in real life. I know Ryan would have pulled some shit though. Like he's not lying. Let me tell you guys something about Ryan. He pulled somebody's card out from under them when they were still digging in their purse and stuff, and he just pulled it right to them. Like he didn't give a shit. That's the kind of guy Ryan is. That's the kind of worker.
Hey, you tell the rest of the story, all right?
Yeah, all right. That's more or less the end of my story. I quit that morning. I got like $120 for my trouble for the week. I didn't. And then I got the grocery job maybe like a couple months after that, so I didn't have to deal with it too much. That is just a bad time. Again, with the context that I'm used to corporate retail, who have very they have structure. Corporate people annoy me every now and then in the job I'm at, but yeah, I hate that shit. Corporate structure appeals to me regardless. I can deal with a lot of rules, but there was just no structure there. And even the manager at Subway, she had a good laugh. She wasn't making fun of me, but she was like, "You thought you were being paid under the table or something?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what it was like when they didn't want me doing any paperwork." And she just had a good laugh about that. I'm like, "Yeah, it was."
She had a nervous laugh.
It was very shady. It was my very first few minutes in there. It was just very shady. And that's it for me. Does anybody have anything?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I've got one more. When I still used to work.
You're breaking up a lot. What do you?
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh no, yeah, I was too loud. I got one more thing when I used to work at a water park.
If you want, but I don't want to alienate the other 4 speakers. I want to get back to a topic
Oh,
where
yeah.
we can all
Go
start.
ahead then, since I've already talked.
Yeah, I think I dominated like 20 minutes just now, so that's...
Well, it's not like we were going for a time limit, right?
No, there's no real time limit. Like I'll do this for 2 hours if I need to, but not much more than that. Typically, I want to go for an hour, so we got like 15 more minutes.
Has it really already been 40?
Yeah, it's been 45 minutes already.
Wow, really?
Yep. So, I want to talk a little bit about some recent gaming news. I don't want to talk about the loot box controversy. I don't want to talk about,
It's old.
yeah, well, it's not all. It's ongoing is what it is.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't know. It's just boring.
At this point, I just don't pay money for them.
I still
I just don't
kind of
like
do. Anyway,
Like it, you know?
one of the last podcasts I was talking about gaming trends. One of them that I didn't like was the remasters and stuff. I don't know what y'all's opinion on that, but I'm going to move on a little bit from that to a similar thing. I want y'all to give me your opinions on the recent like battle royale craze.
I was just about to think. I was just thinking about.
I want to give you guys my take real quick. I'll be the #1 speaker here again, real quick, to give a little bit of context and stuff. I don't think it's gonna work for a lot of these games now because
Black Ops 4.
what's gonna with the new Call of Duty and stuff. The problem with battle royale is it demands so many players in one go. That it's not tenable for a lot of games to keep going with it, and I don't think it. Every genre is trying it now, and I don't think it's gonna last very long. But go ahead. I don't want to go down the line. Just whoever wants to do their opinion can speak up real quick.
I'll go.
Yeah, go for it, Lowkey.
So basically, the way I see it is, well, a lot of people are complaining about it, and I don't really get that because, sure, I mean, the only battle royale game I'm into is PUBG. Like, I'm not into Fortnite because I'm not good at building. I mean, it's a really good game, in my opinion, because it listens to its community. It doesn't push these loot box type things on you. Like, I don't even think there's no loot boxes in the game except for the PvP mode.
Yeah,
No,
those pinatas.
there is,
Those are free. Those are
There
free.
is in Fortnite. It's just even
You're cutting out a
or
lot.
you
You're
earn
cutting
them
out,
for free.
man.
There is, but it's only for the single player version, and you earn them for free anyway.
Yeah, so it's like they're not pushing loot boxes.
They have a money currency where you can buy outfits and stuff, but they're
I know,
not
but the thing is, like,
boxes.
Get that mercy free in the single player mode as well.
Yeah.
Actually, they have a really good system where you buy a battle pass, and the more games you play, the more skins you unlock, which I think is it's a free to play game. So if you pay money, like, you know, it's not even a lot. It's like what, maybe like
I think the most expensive thing there was
And there goes Ryan again.
yeah,
Hey,
you might need to
get your shit together, man.
well, I'm walking around.
Stop. It's like you sound like a censored song. Like I
Like
Oh,
a censored
man.
version.
Yeah, you're
But-
gonna have to get that shit together, big boy. But yeah, it's a really nice plan that Fortnite's going on. Like everybody else trying to copy, like Call of Duty. I feel like it's possible. It's very possible, but it's just I gotta see it. It doesn't. I can't envision a good. And they're saying they have vehicles, air vehicles, sea vehicles. I can't see that. I can't see a Call of Duty game where it's a battle royale and you have a good UI for the inventory and all that. Like I don't know. It just
feel like they're
weird.
gonna call it a battle royale, but it sounds like it's gonna just be more like a Battlefield game.
no,
Because that's 40 on 40, for the same idea. It's just not.
So what I heard from it as well is that everything from each Black Ops was in the game. But you have to think though, a Vietnam weapon, is that as good as like a weapon from like Black Ops 3?
They're gonna balance it.
They would have to.
I mean, I thought that idea was nice to put like the little, you know, the older guns or whatever in the game. I thought that was pretty nice, but it's not gonna conform to like real life or anything. It's just but they're gonna put a lot into it. They're gonna add a lot of skins. They already said they're gonna charge like $5 million for the fucking wood. So, you know, that kind of bullshit. I'm not.
The money grab.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that. Like,
You know,
I
I don't know.
let me interject real quick. I realize not all y'all are going to have a very strong opinion about this, so I'm going to go ahead and open it up to if there are any gaming trends that kind of irritate you or you don't think are going to last. You can go ahead and pipe up with that. I've already talked about my annoyance with remasters on a previous podcast, so y'all can speak up.
Remasters don't bother me. I actually like.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Doesn't bother me either.
I don't like when they add loot boxes to fucking. They somehow shove a loot box in a game that's already been out, but you know, and they charge extra for DLC that's already been out for like 10 years. That's stupid. But I mean, remastered games, I don't know. I like reliving, you know, when games were actually really decent and didn't have bullshit. Like, pay $50 for a fucking gun that's more OP than every other base gun in the game. Like, you know, I want to go back to that. And remasters are like, I don't know, they're kind of nice. But trends, the only trend that's out right now, like the Fortnite type shit. Like, there's no
The battle royales.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I wanted to tap into that to see what y'all's take on it was.
Yeah, because it used to be open worlds used to be the big trend. Like, you know, it's always an open fucking world, and you can do this and that, and this and that. But now it's like just battle royale. You can just kill 100 people and, you know, be the last one standing. It's like a different trend. It's different, but I'm not really into it. It's whatever.
Yeah, the thing about remasters, like for instance, Call of Duty 4 right now. There's an Easter egg where you can shoot Makarov in the sniper mission, and it'll say you'll fill the mission, but it'll say time paradox. Saying like, hey, you remember this from the old ass game.
That's not a remaster. That's an Easter egg. That's a reference.
I know.
No, it's a part of the remaster.
Oh.
Yeah, it's part of it.
Yeah,
Like, hey, you remember the old game.
You remember exactly what car he was in from the cutscene, and you killed him. Like, that's a really cool.
Yeah. Like, you remember what seat he was in. Or seat.
Okay.
Yeah, remaster campaigns are cool. Remaster multiplayer, not so much.
So Banana, you got anything?
Wait, sorry, I tuned out. What were we talking about now?
Jesus.
Remastered games.
Oh,
No,
trends in
no,
games that
yeah,
we're
trend,
not
just
happy with?
trends. Yeah, that you may be annoyed with, or you want to see more of, or just trends is the topic.
That's a good question. Definitely less loot boxes. That's a pain in the ass. Even fucking Destiny has loot boxes in the form of the bright engrams.
Yeah.
Like,
And the Eververse.
Yeah, like an emote just came out that's $10.
Yeah, I know, I saw
There's another way to buy it, which is kind of bullshit. That's a good emote too.
Welcome to Eververse.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Eververse.
How may we take your money?
Like that's bullshit. And like one thing I'm kind of pissed about is Solaris is that they have all this DLC, like DLC to DLC is $10, $15, $20, just like
Oh, no, that was a thing back on
DLC
Destiny.
and stuff. Guess yeah, that's about it for me. I guess.
I want to add that, like, you notice for like Destiny, the Traveler fucking blows up, and all the Guardians are just gone or they don't have any powers. But welcome to Eververse. Like everybody else is like got these ragtag ass tents with guns and shit, and they're trying to get by, and then she's sitting there with a little nice ass tent with her bright engrams. Like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Oh yeah. Also, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, fucking short stories and DLCs. So Destiny 2, it's an hour-long story if you skip cutscenes. It's just-
See, I was actually I wanted to talk about Destiny 2, but yeah, I didn't want to alienate other speakers, but I didn't like Osiris. It was like one thing after another, and then oh, there's the boss, and then freaking what's it even called? Warmind. I really like some dude, Ryan, man, come on.
Sorry.
Jesus, I can't hear myself talk over the fish eating your
That was so
computer.
quiet.
Quiet. It sounds like you're trying to snort coke.
Yeah. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Oh, that
boy.
Like whatever you're doing, can you turn it down a little bit, or I'm gonna turn you
I'll
down.
mess with something. I'll mess with something else.
All right. Jesus. All right. What was I was talking about Warmind.
Yeah.
It was, yeah, like you said, it was like an hour long, and I like Destiny 2 has so many good ideas when it comes to their DLC. They're just not doing anything with those ideas. It's just a rush to get everybody to do that horde mode garbage. And they just want you there. They
That's
don't.
not garbage. I wouldn't say. I said the horde mode is really fun if you can get like enough people together for it.
It can be.
An issue has come up is that like so you know the maximum people can have a fire team to go down to orbit, like into like a patrol zone like Mars is only 3 people. A lot of those people make like these and stuff and try to get in the same instance, and then they have to kick other people out of the instance. So it's like they kick randoms out of the instance, so it's just bullshit. They have to do that to make a 9-man group to do the activity.
I'm actually in the Destiny 2 Discord, and I tried joining a group of nine people to do that, and they were starting to talk about how to like trick the system and to get all 9 of people in there, and it was weird. And they eventually kicked me out because apparently my light level was not sufficient enough. Apparently they wanted to go all the way, and I just wanted a couple waves to get my quest done. And they just kicked me out. Like, I'm like, hey guys, I haven't been invited yet, and then you've been removed from the Discord server. It's like, all right, cool.
Oh no, you want? Sorry, quick rant. Back in Destiny 1, never got Galahorn until Zerg re-released it. Got kicked out of every single raid group, all because I had troops.
Yeah, that means nothing to me. I've never played Destiny 1.
Yeah, Galahorn was a rocket launcher that it's like it's the god weapon. Like you shoot it and it like what was it like 5 more fucking missiles spawn from it and blow up. Like it's the raid destroy. Like it will destroy a raid boss. So you had to have it.
Yeah,
you were gonna
and
try to do
I
it
never
on,
got
like,
it.
Legendary. Yeah, I only got it when Xur had it when they fucking remastered it and made it shit.
I remember one point in time my friend got 2 Galahorn drops from Atheon. Guess what I got?
What?
2 drops the exact same time though. It's epilogue.
That's ass.
I didn't get vexed.
Let me divert a little bit. Let's get Jenny and Toad in on this. What are some gaming trends that y'all are annoyed by? You want to see more of?
That every fucking other game that's coming out in 2008 and up needs to have Battle Royale.
Yeah, thank you.
That's like really stupid. Like, okay, I get it. PUBG was a success. Fortnite, okay, it became a success because they tried to copyright PUBG. Sure. Okay, that's fine. I can accept those 2 games, but that all of a sudden that I don't know, Battlefield, I think I heard something from, or was it Call of Duty? Like
it's Call of Duty.
Call of Duty 4 is gonna have, Black Ops 4 is gonna have it.
God, Battlefield does not do that.
And then
they're gonna.
Then other games is gonna have it too. Like, God, what the fuck?
Oh, you know what I just realized with the problem with Call of Duty 4 having Battle Royale? There's no bullet drop in that game.
Which game?
They added a bullet. Yeah, I think there's no bullet drop. I don't know, but they added like a projectile system to the game.
Yeah, they're gonna change a little bit of the system. They're gonna.
So not everything is hit scan anymore. Like it's not.
They would have to, because like you could see someone like kill him with the sniper.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
I don't know how they're gonna work around. I don't know how they're gonna work around this game because Battle Royale with sniper rifle in Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is gonna be shit. Like, and kill all the time.
Quick interjection for me for the Call of Duty games. I'm never going to pre-order one again. I pre-ordered Advanced Warfare 2, I think. Let me look real quick.
Advanced Warfare? You mean?
No, I don't.
You mean Infinite Warfare?
No, I'm correct. Advanced Warfare. Let me look at.
Warfare.
Yeah, it was Advanced Warfare, just the first one. Yeah, was there an Advanced Warfare 2?
No, it went straight
they
to
scrapped that shit.
Okay, yeah, I'm talking about Advanced Warfare then. I pre-ordered. I was all in. I played like 30 hours, like right out of the gate, and then the community just died. I was multiplayering. I was doing the team death matches and stuff.
Dude, I remember the BAL being.
That's not. Yeah. I'm not even talking about specific guns or anything. I'm talking about when I queued. The matchmaking just died. The community just left the game, and I had no idea why. Because I kind of enjoyed my time with it, but I'm not gonna pay $90 for a game that I can't play. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I wasted my money there because I have this metric of like $1 per hour. Sometimes it gets exceptions, like the Doom game, that new Doom game. It felt worth it like 20 minutes in. No matter what I paid for it. Like, it was such a good game.
Oh, yeah, it's Doom. What do you...
No, Doom is unbelievably good, yeah.
Dude, we all thought it was going to flop. At least I did. I thought that shit was going to be horrible.
I didn't think so. I was actually completely indifferent because Doom was not my nostalgia. That was my brother's thing. He played a lot of Doom. I did not. I didn't care. But
I'm
this...
in the same boat, though.
Yeah, then it came out and everybody's like, "This is awesome!" I watched a Let's Play of it and everybody was like, "This is awesome!" And I bought it and played it and I'm like, "This is awesome!" It was good. Good times.
I'm gonna play it myself one day.
It's
I
like
haven't
it's
played
like
it
first time.
And there you go. You cut out again.
God,
We heard first time and then
The damn it got cut out.
nothing.
it's like the first time when you hear.
Jesus, there he goes again.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
You might want to go fix that.
You need to get a mic, man. Like, you're talking through a laptop mic, aren't you?
I'm talking through a headset mic.
Okay. Well, it's
Like
garbage.
the little blue headset you know that blue headset you see me with at work every now and then.
Yeah. Hi,
It's
Timber.
that one.
Yeah.
O'Doyle rules.
He doesn't stare at you all day. Like, what the fuck?
Anyway, Timber, you just joined like on the tail end of this, so I'm gonna get to Toad for a topic, and then it's pretty much a wrap up after that.
Well, that's fine. I just wanted to cut in, just do the thing where people just kind of hop in and say, "Hey, what's up?" and then fuck
Yeah.
off.
It can happen. It happens in real podcasts. It does.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I'd give you that little sprinkle that in there a little bit, just a little bit of flavor on the top.
All right.
Oh wait.
We don't need your flavor on all of our stuff.
Yeah, I'll give you my flavor,
Nah,
goddammit.
fucking give it to
Oh,
me.
yeah.
No, please.
Hey, I found something I could mess with.
All right, Toad.
Yeah, I just brought it in. Don't worry about it.
Oh Jesus. Toad. Are you still there with us?
Yeah.
Have we not chased you off?
Bro.
Good. Tell us about any gaming trends that you either don't like or you want to see more of. What do you got?
Are
I
you
mean,
sure?
I have a
What the fuck is going on over there?
You don't want to know.
love-hate relationship with early access.
Ooh, yeah, I could
Ooh,
talk
I
about that
forgot
too.
about
Yeah, that's
Go
great.
ahead, tell us your love hate.
Because I don't have it, so I don't know what's going on with
I
it.
mean, I love the fact that early access is a thing, so that we can get more games that actually have the potential to become good. But I hate the fact that like 70-80%. I'm just taking those numbers out of my ass, by the way.
Yeah,
But 70-80% of those games never finish.
maybe
Get
for
finished.
you, for your. I actually have.
Yeah.
I have a great example of that. Well, let me know when you're like done with your examples, and I'll.
I'm pretty much done.
You gonna okay? Let me tell y'all of something, of story, an early access story. It's called. Let me look. The Memory of Eldarim. Look that shit up. Now I bought that a long time ago. It's still early access, I think. Early access game. I reviewed it in last year. It released in 2014. It has been in early access for 4 years. When the screenshots of it look really good. When I got it, and a lot of the claims, a lot of the updates, I thought it was going to become like the new age Morrowind, basically. I'm still looking for something to capture the feel of Morrowind. The only thing that has recently is, I think it was a crowdfunded one, the Divinity 2 Original Sin. That gave me like the feel of a Morrowind game, and that was really good. And that was crowdfunded in a similar fashion to early access, just a different method. And that is one of my early access horror stories because I pre-purchased it. I got more than 2 hours on it of me running around doing fuck all, and I can't refund it. No, I don't. I have 1 hour on it, but it's been too long.
Looking at the video, like when you're a Steam page, a lot of like 99% of things have videos of gameplay on them.
Yeah.
Looking at the gameplay, it looks like they spent a shit ton of time and a lot of detail in the world, but it looks so empty.
It is.
Like
It sounds like
things
Sniper.
there's like beautiful castles in the distance, like 100 miles away. It looks like, but there's just nothing between you and the castle.
There's a great. It's got great world design. Like I was exploring, trying to find something to do or kill. And I found these catacombs that looked like it was a set piece for a quest, and there was fucking nothing in it. Like, not even a lot of particles and stuff, just broken up tombstones and bricks laying around. Just, there was nothing in it. And that's the story of the game. Like, it looks really nice. It looks like it had the potential to be a current generation Elder Scrolls game. And it just gave up. Like,
What game are you talking about?
the Memory of Eldarim. You can just look up like the memory of, and it should probably pop up.
Eric, you know what? Oh yeah, Zach, you know what? That song It sounds like you're.
Nobody knows what you're talking about at all. Just saying.
Yeah,
It sounds like you're talking about the Assassin's Creed, the new one, that adventure mode where there were no enemies, nothing.
Oh,
Just
Origins
walk around
has the
doing
exploration mode, yeah.
Yeah,
But that's
that sounds
more
what
like
you're talking about.
no. With the Assassin's Creed Origins, there's plenty of shit in that world. Like when you're running around, there's stuff to do. There's quests everywhere. Their exploration mode is mostly just there for you to just literally just take in the great designs and stuff. The Memory of Eldarim is a content issue. There's nothing to do in it. I think they did eventually update a quest in, but there's
single
nothing.
quest.
Here's the blurb that says, begin a quest for a long truth on your vivid journey through a new fantasy world. This open world action RPG requires and rewards your original choices. No! There is no choices. There's nothing to do. Like, I don't know what they're talking about. What?
That reminds me of the Vine for some reason where the guy's like, it's a meet or greet, and the person says hi, and they start to say something else. He's like, no, you made your choice.
I was like, I was thinking like, did you take that from some kind of else game or something? Because there was nothing to do. Like, you just quoted that for somewhere else.
Like there's mobs and stuff scattered in the world that you can fight and kill, and I got my ass kicked on it. I never got very good at it. The controls are a little wonky, but I could deal with that if the game was good. It's not. There's nothing to do on it. The reviews have delved into mixed because a lot of the recent ones are like this has been abandoned. Like this game has been abandoned for 2 years, and
it seems like there weren't that many people who were interested to begin with because there's only 159 reviews and only 44% of them are positive.
Yeah, and one of those negative ones are mine, talking about how I really was into this. Like, I got it originally, and they were updating it once every couple months, and then they just gave up on it. That's
Quick thing.
early access.
You regret your decision now, don't you?
Yeah, that's the point of the conversation.
You could always reinstall it and check it out because I mean your review was posted like a year and 3 months ago.
No, that's the thing. There's nothing new on it. I'm reading other reviews talking about this has been abandoned. Don't do anything. Like,
Yeah,
you just
and
wondering about
everyone
recent, I guess.
thinks has been abandoned.
oh, they do have a 2018 FAQ. Okay, the developer says, "Is this game dead? As the game hasn't been actively developed, we had to get other jobs, and we weren't making enough money from the game to pay ourselves anything." Okay, the develop on the side. No, they were. Okay, apparently only one guy was interested in continuing, and he couldn't do much alone. Will you ever revive the game? I personally would love to do it, but I don't foresee it happening in the near future. Why did you lower the game to 99 cents? Jesus, it used to be a $20 game.
You got fucked.
Fuck me. No.
Send an email to like, yo, you owe me $19.01.
Yeah, Christ.
That's like when I bought Minecraft and now.
Oh, it's in the FAQ. I paid fuck me. I paid the full price and I'm fucked. I can't do much about that. My only conclusion for you is that we have the data in which Steam accounts paid. Okay.
What about Black Desert? Do you play that?
Yeah.
I'll say that's kind of like that, but just huge and
No, I actually
there's too much to do.
Actually, I have like 200 hours on that, and I don't like it.
Yeah, there's too much to do in Black Desert, in my opinion. Like it's so much shit to distract that I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
I'm not even finished with the start.
I finished the story, but it's a lot of prettiness and not a lot of substance. A lot of that extra crap to do, you don't really need to do. There's a lot of crafting and a lot of like side jobs that are just pointless busy work. I never did anything on it. I pretty much just leveled, and it's super grindy. I like the idea where when you fought, that most of the experience came from mobs and stuff, but not from quests. Had their own like reward currency, and it was all weird. Everything was just bloated and counterintuitive. And it's like they used 4 mechanics for when one would do on every concept of the game. And it just drove me nuts. So yeah.
I'm kind of tired of the whole MMO genre.
Oh, I'm
I wish
not.
I could play with you guys, but I've got a dinosaur PC and my Surface Pro's keyboard is dead.
Well, don't. Nobody's actively
I
playing
think the
BBL.
issue is that the MMO genre is oversaturated with things that aren't good, so it's hard to find the ones that are good.
Here's the problem with that. World of Warcraft is still the giant, and I think I was talking to Ryan on this during one of his rides that he gave me. Is people need competitors to innovate and get better, bring people in, and MMOs just aren't really doing that. They're doing the same shit World of Warcraft is doing over and over and over again. That's not innovation. Nobody's innovating. Nobody's changing the game.
I remember talking about that.
Is that like, so you have things like World of Warcraft where it's huge, and like you have some people who just non-stop play it, and so that obviously it keeps money in Blizzard's pocket. They can keep building on it and everything like that, and they release their own they're like, the expansion hasn't come out yet, I think, but it's like their 8th expansion.
Something like that.
Good lord.
And it's been the game came out like early 2000s?
2001, I think.
2001.
No, I might be wrong on that. It was like 2004 or something.
I don't remember. It's been like 15 or so years.
Yep, it's been a while.
But so you have the people who just keep playing it, and it's like they don't really like they've kind of
2004, I was right. Woo.
Yeah, they've kind of patched the graphics, but they haven't really updated them.
Yeah.
It's like, you know,
it looks
old. You went
old.
back to the OG Final Fantasy VII, and instead of like just redesigning it like they're doing with that new one, it's like they went in and just kind of rounded off some of the corners of the elbows and shit. Like that's really all.
In the Final Fantasy X remaster, which I really like, I really enjoy it. They basically just made the faces a little crisper, but everything looks the same.
Yeah, I think we talked about this the last podcast.
Did we? Yeah.
Yeah.
We were talking about remasters, and that's when we got into the subject of like gaming trends, and I didn't talk much about my remastered pet peeve because I already did on a previous podcast. But.
Yeah, I mean, and somebody brought this up with in another server. They were talking about the Dark Souls 1 like remaster or whatever. But the thing that nobody seems to understand is you have people who complain about that, and I'm like, you guys realize there's a difference between a remaster and a remake.
Yeah.
Remastering it is touching it up from what it is now. Remaking it is going through and completely changing, like redoing the engine.
See, that's what I originally thought they were. I want to see more remakes. I want somebody to remake
remakes
Morrowind.
would be fucking amazing.
Oh, I want
like,
somebody to remake
if they took
Morrowind.
Morrowind and did it in like the Skyrim engine or something.
Yeah.
There's a mod working on that, but it's like it's only got like a skeleton crew, like of 10 people working on it. They're taking volunteers and voice actors, and it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like a actual game. I played the Morrow Oblivion, where Morrowind in Oblivion graphics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't feel right. It the graphics were a little prettier, and it was actually surprisingly not buggy for me.
Mm-hmm.
But just it didn't have voice acting, so it would zoom in on their nice looking faces, and then they would start talking, but there was no fuck me. Not that much dialogue in Morrowind. Not a lot of.
He just has Tourette's for today.
Yeah, I'm stumbling on my words. My brain is going quicker than my mouth is, as it typically does.
You're the bartender from Boondock Saints.
Yeah. Shit, ass. Fuck.
Yeah.
Ass.
Make like a tree and get the fuck out of here.
But yeah, Morrow Oblivion. It was pretty. It was nice to see my world in a more updated fashion. It felt weird. I want a real remake. I don't want a mod.
Very few mods. Yeah, there's very few mods that can capture kind of the scope of what the original developers created.
Yeah.
And actually, I ran into one that was pretty decent recently. I haven't done much in it, but Jess has been playing Skyrim. Like if I'll get off the computer, she can play Skyrim on my desktop, obviously. But there's a mod I have installed on Skyrim called Project Aho. And whoever made it, it's kind of got like it's dark elves and like the mushroom houses and all that shit, and like the all the plants that are made into a city kind of thing, like Morrowind had.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, they have voice actors in it. They have voice acting characters, and all the voices are really nicely done. Like it doesn't sound like they use crappy microphones. It doesn't sound like
good. I have something to say about that. There was a expansion size mod called Fallscar.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember it.
I don't think I ever played it, but I thought about doing it.
The city was really good, but the forest was very empty. They just put a couple like wolf spawns around. Not very good. The voice acting itself was fine, but everybody was using a different quality mic. So when you get one guy making a grand speech at a table, like at one quest, a bunch of the leaders come to a table and they start talking about it, what's
You can
going
really tell
on.
the difference.
And one guy was talking normal, and another guy would start talking, and he sounded really good, like he was part of like an actual AAA voice acting team. And then it would cut to a guy who sounded like he was sitting in a chair across the room, like
Yeah.
slightly muffled. It is like, God damn it.
Another cool thing they did was they didn't like. There were some things where they didn't really like reuse things. Like it's not just they use the same creatures. There were actually and stuff. They were like mud crabs, but they had like glowing gems on their backs. They're really cool looking. And
Yeah.
like they weren't hostile. They were just kind of walking around in the water between the walkways and stuff.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of a cool thing. Is like instead of just like kind of taking what do they call it? Like taking assets and putting them into your like their mod. They were actually kind of I don't know if those things existed somewhere else or not, but it was like to me I'd never seen them before, so I thought it was really cool looking. Like they either took a mud crab and like took some kind of crystals and then like applied them to that, or they made that mud crab with crystals on its back somehow and put
Alright.
it into that mod. So it was pretty cool.
Alright,
We should use the model.
Yeah.
We're getting a little tangential. I think it's about time for us to wrap it up. We are at an hour and 15 minutes. That's pretty good, not bad. Does anybody have any like closing thoughts about trends or mods or whatever? Nothing? Nobody?
No,
Because
it
you asked, I can't think of anything.
That's how it works, man.
Osiris New Dawn is about to get out of the early access.
What?
Oh, sorry,
Really?
New Dawn.
Osiris
How
New
is
Dawn.
that? I seen it on
It's,
like screenshots and
it's-
stuff.
It's that space. It's like the
No,
space
I know what
builder
it is.
kind of thing, like
So,
whatever.
it's good.
I'm looking it up now.
Last time me and Timbre, that was a really long time back, but we tried. It didn't work right.
Oh,
but
I have it
Timbre
on not
tried now.
interested.
Yeah, we were.
Oh,
having
because
some
of all the
issues
mixed
with it.
reviews, probably.
Yeah, we were having
yeah.
some issues with it, but I think they started to fix it, but we had already kind of given up, so we didn't try to do more. But it would probably work now because they were starting to fix it because they were actually Jensen actually asked about it and they responded to him about it.
Oh yeah, and the forest is also out of early
Yeah,
access.
fuck the forest. I don't care about the forest.
Forest is a great game.
What are you, some kind of tree hugger?
Forest is a great game. Like I like survival games, and hey, the forest and Osiris and such is.
Oh,
finally
that was the big trend recently. And then before Battle Royale, it was fucking survival.
Oh,
yeah,
God. It's because everybody's
Everything
trying to
was
capture that
fuck.
Minecraft magic.
Yeah. The funniest thing actually is
No, they
that I
wanted
had
that
Ark.
DZ.
I've had Ark since it came out when I first got my PC, and the game was a piece of shit.
And
Well,
now
I
look
saw
at
that.
Badly optimized.
Yeah,
And now
it was
look
like
at now.
horrible. Yeah, and now like I've seen videos and stuff of it now, and I'm like, I always wanted to go back and retry it because what happened was I had my PC wasn't the best, and the game was super shitty optimized, so it's hard to play it to begin with. But the people I played with was like me and one guy started playing it, and then a friend wanted to join. So what the guy who was hosting the server was like, all right, we'll just reset, and this friend will join, and we'll all start from like bare bones again. But that happened like 3 times, and friends would join, and we'd keep resetting. So I was like, you know what? I'm tired of being in the fucking Stone Age every time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
That
tired
kind of was happening to me too. But if you ever want to get back into it, I can reinstall it.
Yeah,
But-
like I've thought about
I can do it,
reinstalling
too.
it lately because now, like obviously, I've really upped my PC game.
yeah, that's the same thing that happened to me.
And then obviously the game is really well optimized compared to what it was before. So I've thought about getting back into it. We should probably do that. I might start the installation in a little bit and just let it run. There was one more thing I was thinking about. I've had Jensen mentioned the Forest. I've had the Forest since like forever, but I've never even opened it. I got it because I watched I've seen YouTubers play it, and it was always funny stuff. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to have fun with friends. Downloaded it or bought it and everything like that. Never touched it.
I would
haven't
like
even
to play it
opened
with you.
The forest is fun, yeah. We should play
Yeah, I've never
sometime.
opened it. I haven't even opened the game yet.
Yeah, let's all play after this. I'm down.
Let him.
how
let
many
him go find
how
what's
many
in the
players?
forest.
Yeah, how many players is it?
Yeah, I need to
You have,
look.
You can play
10, I
4
think.
people. I don't know. You can have.
Yeah, 'cause
7.
I only
It's
ever
4 to
saw-
6.
Yeah, I only ever saw like YouTubers that like 2 people or something.
It's like 4
I'll
to 6.
throw it on my wish list if somebody wants to get it for me. I won't look askance to that. Anyway,
Oh yeah, before we, I'll go ahead. No, never mind. I lost one.
you lost your train of thought.
Yep.
All right.
Like the lemon I am.
You
There's
silly
a,
lemon. Lemon's a British
Spring
insult,
clean-
isn't it?
there's a spring
Oh,
cleaning
really?
You
event.
lemon.
Oh yeah, the spring cleaning went.
On Steam. From yesterday to the 28th. Dust off old favorites and uncover new ones. So it's a bunch of games like Borderlands 2, Castle Crashers, Left 4 Dead 2, Shadow of Mordor, like the original one, all that stuff.
Yeah, there's some games on there. And then some things you can do and some things you need to do.
It's kind of cool.
Like, I need to play like a game I haven't played for
Oh
like...
yeah, so they're
when
free
I
to play this
got-
weekend.
Oh.
What is?
So they're saying it's free to play this weekend. There's a list of 9 games. It's Dead by Daylight, City Skylines, Don't Starve Together, New Rain, Dirt 4, Left 4 Dead 2, Tyranny, Borderlands 2, Shadow of Mordor, and Castle Crashers are all free to play this weekend.
Wow.
And I assume they're probably as well. They're probably also on sale, I would assume, for the event. Yeah, they're like.
Oh,
like
City
Shadow of
Skylines is on there. I highly recommend that for everybody. Even if you
Yeah.
don't like city builders, City Skylines is solid. Like you can literally activate like they have a without any mods, you can activate like all money, so you can just have fun with it.
Mordor. Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year edition is $8.
I recommend it. Go.
I
go.
already have it.
Shadow of Mordor.
So do
is
I.
An
Oh
amazing
yeah, that's
game.
what I was gonna say. Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain is no.
It's what?
what?
It's what now?
It's free.
Nice.
Ooh.
Wait, like free? As in like
Yeah.
you keep it?
You can go. Yeah.
Like limited
Metal-
time or like what?
Yeah, limited time. I think till the end of the month.
Which one?
On where?
Phantom Pain?
Yeah, this is for Xbox. So
Oh,
Fuck that. Why'd you bring it up?
Hold on.
I
You're
said
gonna sit in a
Xbox.
You should have
PC
led with
gaming-
P is
that.
a PC server, motherfucker.
I told you guys. I said
Bust out the
Xbox.
old
I
Xbox.
said Xbox before I said the game.
Well,
Dude,
here's
what
the
kind
thing.
of back-ended
Nobody
games
heard
do you
it.
play?
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey man, there's a." Anyway, so there's
That's pretty much how it was.
like that's all we heard.
You know what? Hold on a second.
No, I mean you don't need to hold on for a second because I'm about to end this. So
Assassin's Creed franchise is on
That's
sale.
funny as shit.
yep. All right.
Yeah, that's alright, bro.
Oh, somebody just straight up left. Oh, that was Ryan. Okay. Anyway, thanks for joining me, y'all.
Mhm.
Boop.
Yeah.